Hi guys, and welcome to another creepy stories on a stormy night. And here I am once again in my tent in the middle of Wales, in a field somewhere, with the rain hammering down and the thunder and the lightning. It's very, very frightening. Okay, today is this guy's birthday, and he wanted me to do a scary stories video, as well as eat some chicken, and I couldn't really do that today. It wasn't possible, but I didn't want to let him down, so I thought I would do this. So, happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. Today's story is the story of Stanley Stiers. Now, Stanley Stiers influenced John Carpenter, and it was him that gave him the inspiration for Halloween. Here is the story. In 1922, the Stiers family had a baby boy born, and they called him Stanley. Now, at precisely the same moment that Stanley was being born, there was also another family in the delivery room next door, and they had just had a baby boy as well. Because they was born at the same sort of time, they was both taken away and put into the nursery, into the little sort of plastic cribs, and as you know, they used to put name tags around their wrist. Now what happened is someone messed up and put the wrong tag on the wrong baby. So instead of the wristband actually being on Stanley, it wasn't. It was on another baby. And on the other baby had Stanley's name on. So when it came to taking the babies home, the parents had actually taken the wrong ones, the wrong babies. So they've both got into their cars and gone off to their separate homes. Now, the ones that had actually taken the Stiers baby got into a car crash that night, and everyone was killed, including the baby. So by the time it had come out that this baby wasn't the Stiers family, it was all too late. The Stiers family decided to keep Stanley, but knowing that he wasn't their son, they treated him badly. He also then started going to nursery, and when he went to nursery, he was being spiteful to all the other kids in the nursery. And when he went to school, he was always fighting with the other kids and getting in trouble. Anyway, one Halloween, because he'd gone to school and had started again on someone and had hurt him, they punished him by not letting him go out trick-or-treating. So that night, the family went out, but he did have a sister, an older sister, who was, in fact, at home as well. She was getting ready to go out trick-or-treating with her friends, and there was going to be a babysitter to went out. But then that night something snapped, and Stanley went to the drawer and got a knife. And stabbed his sister with it several times. Then when his mum and dad came home, he then attacked both of them with the knife as well, causing serious injuries to them both. The police were called, and it ended up after an evaluation that he was actually mentally insane. He stayed there and many years passed, and then just after the war in 1946, one night Stanley escaped. He came back to the place he'd actually lived. I can't remember where it was somewhere in America, and he ended up attacking a group of young people with a knife, and eventually was chased by the police, who fired their guns at him, but he ran off. And apparently a couple of years after, it was this stormy night again, and the mother of Stanley heard a knocking on the window and looked up and opened the curtains, walked over to the curtains and opened them, and there, staring at her, was Stanley Stiers. She did scream and he walked away, but she then knew that he was still alive and still out there. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's not true at all, by the way, so if you're ready to go to bed now, I've just told you that it wasn't a true story. It never really happened. I mean, if you listen to the sort of Stanley Stiers, Michael Myers, and apparently it was something that came out afterwards. It was just a story that went around after Halloween had been made, so it's completely made up by someone. It's been great to see you guys. I will be back, but in the meantime, have yourselves a wonderful